Good morning. WASDA is proud to present the 2009 WASDA Bert Grover Child Advocacy Award to Joe Huber for his outstanding contribution to Wisconsin Public School students. You can find his complete bio on what he's done for the West Bend students in your packet. It is my pleasure to present a couple of checks. This first check for $1,000 to Fair Park Elementary School and a check for $250 for the student artist from Fair Park Elementary in West Bend, third grader Julia McLean, who created the picture that we have displayed here, that represents the WASDA Bert Grover Child Advocacy Award. Mr. Huber will be presenting these checks at a future event in his home district. We have a short video that we're going to show of how Joe has done wondrous things in West Bend.
Community service is defined as the services volunteered by individuals or an organization to benefit a community or its institutions. Joe Huber could be included in the definition of community service. Joe was born in 1924 and graduated from St. John's Military Academy in 1942. He served in the U.S. Army in Europe in 1944 and 45, entering through the Battle of the Bulge. Joe was active in the graphic arts industry for 48 years and has volunteered through West Bend Noon Rotary, scouting, his church, and the Partners in the Reading program.
Understand that Joe has been coming to Fair Park every week for 24 years and working one-on-one with students. Just a tremendous impact as he sees students out in the community and they remember him. As I talked to students who had about his nomination, and they talked about how gentle he was and what a difference he made in their lives as far as readers and helped them with their self-esteem. It just is tremendous to see that type of service and commitment. And it'd be great if we could connect every student with an adult to sit and listen to them, read one-on-one, and encourage them and be as positive as Joe has been.
Every week he'd come in just exuberant about reading and about life.
Yeah.
You taught the children a lot more than just about reading. You taught them about kindness. Joe would bring in memorabilia that would have to do with things we were studying in class, and he left an impact, a print on every child's life that he touched.
That he helped me become a stronger reader because he would help me sound out the word and not just say what the word is.
He helped me with the word extreme because I thought that it meant something was small.
I think Joe is a kind, gentle man, and he dedicates his time every week really reinforcing those first grade reading skills with the children every week.
Really helped me with was atrocious because I thought it was like the totally opposite of what it meant, so that really helped me.
Thank you, Joe, for all the cool books we brought, and I love meeting with you.
It's really a pleasure to have the opportunity to recognize Joe Huber for his contributions to the West Bend community. Joe has worked in the West Bend area throughout his career for over 4 decades as the vice president of the West Bend Daily News. His real contributions, though, have continued throughout his lifetime in his service to the community. Joe is a Rotarian. He regularly reads at Fair Park Elementary School. Joe embodies the gift of stewardship to others. He has a genuine commitment and care to children, and our students are a direct benefit of that. He truly does exemplify Bert Grover's commitment to service to children and public service. And Joe is really an icon. He's a friend, and he really is a leader, and he's continued to be so. So thanks, Joe. Everyone who knows you loves you, and we really do appreciate that you live in our area.
Some of the fellows here asked me, how did you do that for 24 plus years? Heck, I'm having fun. Yeah, you know, years ago, someone wrote that it's much better to give a man a posy in his lifetime than to send a dozen roses to his funeral. Mike, by nominating me, Pat, by forwarding the nomination, the Bert Grover Committee, and the association with these wonderful gifts and honorariums, you've given me a whole barrel full of pussies. They asked me, why did I get into this program? I think maybe defensive. I'm a former newspaper man, and I want to be sure there's people downstream that can use our product. But we've had fun with this program. The teachers have let me come into their classroom, discombobulate, throw decorum out the window. We read. I read to them. This spring, at the last reading date, I bring along one of my favorite authors, Dr. Seuss. We do Green Eggs and Ham. You'd be surprised the chorus, and they use the teachers on the other side of the room. What the hell's going on? But we have fun. I've had a great ride with it. I'd like to tell you about one of them. I call him Dan. He was a first grader. It was one of these beautiful fall days when Dan and I were reading, and the bell rang, it was recess. What about the recess, Dan? Pulled himself up to his full first grade height. I'm here to learn how to read. Well, Dan didn't click. I told him in the spring, honestly, that it took me till second grade before I could read well. Oh, it did? Little hope. Well, he didn't click too well in second grade either, and he got into the reading improvement program. By the way, Mike, you've got a great program there. And I used to stick my head in when I went from the first grade to the third grade, not regularly, just to spend a few minutes with him, and Dan would read to me. Talked with one of his teachers further on. Math? Head and shoulders above the average kid. Anything that required thinking, absolutely sharp. If only he was a better reader. Well, I followed him to middle school, and in 8th grade I gave him a Jack London book. And then I lost track of him. About 5 years ago, I'm selling Tootsie Rolls at Pick and Save for the KCs. And this rather tall young man stopped by. Joe, Dan, how you doing? I'm doing fine. What are you doing? I'm in the nurse education program at Moraine Park. Dan is now a registered nurse. Oh, he says, Joe, I enjoy reading. I've had a great time. I thank you people. I thank you all. And as we say in West Bend, thanks a bunch.